charge is really good, but charge only is not going to win you the game. He's going to drop 2 zealots in the main. Once again,
right
very good job right there.
Excellent control there. Socke is so good.
This
now
is
he's
really
going to come
good.
over here. He might warp in some more units, or maybe he's just going to pick up and... what are you doing there, Socke? Got like Warp Prism Zealot Micro. This is crazy. You don't ever see that.
Exactly, it's been a while. We have the probe over here on Patrol as well. We have the Observer lurking right outside of the main base of ThorZain. So in that case, Socke is doing a good job, at least in buying himself a little bit of time. That Nexus is up right now, but if we take a look at the probe count, we see 32 probes right now. I mean, that's not really an insane amount. It's still going to take a while before he's going to be fully effective. He realized, hey man, I transferred a little bit too many probes. I don't have that many, so he decided to send 5 back.
You know, I think now with the Nexus, though, he should be able to start really producing a lot of units if he chrono boosts probes. And right now he's spending all of his chrono boost on his charge upgrade, and that's not the wrong decision. Absolutely, you want to get those upgrades up. Still harassing with these zealots just around, just forcing ThorZain to spend so much time. ThorZain finally saying, you know what, to hell with it, I'll get a Viking out.
Yeah.
And so that will, if Socke sees that, that'll absolutely end the Warp Prism harass.
That's of course the correct answer right there by ThorZain. Just getting that one Viking pretty much nullifies this Warp Prism harass. Ask White, he knows all about it. White was king Warp Prism until people figured out like, hey, maybe one Viking would be pretty good, man.
The Vikings are so good at denying drop play and across
2 Marines over here. The Warp Prism flying right into it, but once again dropping these 2 mighty zealots. They've been alive for
They are hero zealots indeed. I want Socke to preserve this Warp Prism though. It's been so cool. I want to see him continue using it in the later stages of the game. The Viking kind of coming over to make sure that it stops. Oh no! The Warp Prism flies into the Viking, and that might be the end of the line for these 2 hero zealots. They've got 5 kills between them.
And the Viking is a little bit faster as well as the Warp Prism is cruising at 2.5 moving speed, while meanwhile the Viking is at 2.75. So Vikings a little bit faster, at least enough to actually shoot the Warp Prism down. 3 more gates going up meanwhile on the main base of Socke.
But
Storm not getting research
in the middle of the map. We've got a push materializing here for ThorZain. That's actually a really scary force.
I think it's just going to be Archon. Sorry to interrupt you there, Mr.
No, that's fine.
I don't think he's even going to try to get Storm in time, because that would just be way too late. Probably just going to try to drop a couple of good force fields, Guardian Shield, and perhaps an Archon or 2, even though we don't see any Archons as of yet.
Really need a couple good force fields here, and there is 1, 2, and a nice feedback on that medevac. The force field's okay there, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. ThorZain's got a lot of stuff, and he's actually pouring up the ramp of Socke. The natural expansion is completely, I mean, it's done. It's out. This Nexus is going to fall almost immediately, and Socke forced to fall all the way back to even a Viking landing in the main base. Wow, Socke is backed up into his main, and ThorZain is just commanding this game right now.
He's already at 46 SCV, Socke only at 33. Now we're seeing Ghosts on the field as well. We do have those High Templars here, but we still don't have Storm, so of course he's going to morph it into an Archon, but this is going to be in time. The Zealots are just melting away under the pressure of this Bio Force.
Man, the DPS of these Bio units, they've got that +1 attack upgrade, knocking out that Archon before he can even do anything. GG out of Socke, and ThorZain is looking so strong. I wasn't sure what kind of shape he was going to be in, quite frankly. I mean, he's a great player, but you know, you haven't heard much from ThorZain since it's been a while, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, he had a decent run at not the last MT, but the one before. I think he finished 9 or 10.
Which is by UC in extended series.
Yeah, I mean,
really upset about that.
Yeah, there's no shame in that one, of course. So still, that was a good run, but yeah, other than that, it's been a little silent right now. Just storming through the championship bracket, actually taking down Wyra 2-0, now taking down Socke 2-0. Once again
sick,
contributing to his legacy regarding TVP.
Like, if I was a Protoss player, I would be like, ThorZain, veto. Can you do that? Can you veto players that you play against?
I don't think so, man. You can try though. Maybe on ladder, you know. Can ask Blizzard. If there's like one guy on Battle.net I don't want to meet.
Oh, ThorZain, you're so good.
Yeah, no, excellent series once again. But just to recap the game a little bit, Socke gave that away. I mean, everything went for him as it should have gone. He had the sentry. Why would you not keep the force field on?
One more force field and he kills all those SCVs and
or the production building, kill the reactor.
It's a completely different game. You're absolutely right. And
he can just have like his units still standing on the high ground. Just put 2 or 3 zealots at the probe line. Meanwhile, he can have still stalkers. And then if ThorZain wants to run up, you know, he can actually go for like a 50-50 force field, or how I like to call it. You cut off a few units and you leave a few units behind, which is really nice for the sentries and stalkers.
Good ThorZain. He's just all smiles on camera.
Yeah, of course, man.
He's trying so hard, not he's like fighting it. So. Anyway, I think we're gonna have a player interview here in just a second. I'm not sure how far away that is. And this guy, he's just so proud of himself, and he should be. Yeah, I agree with what you were saying there. Socke just not quite controlling that correctly, and you know, The good news is though that he's not out of it yet. He still can come through the lower bracket.
Yeah, and he's actually going to face either Thorzain or Nurture. I think Carmack made a mistake. I don't think these two are facing each other as of yet. So I think it's going to be Socke most likely against Thorzain because he already played Nurture. But that's my prediction. So alright guys, enjoy the interviews, and that's going to be it for us. And we'll be right back afterwards with Naniwa against Red.
Gonna be sick.
Oh man.
Two guys that have just played that one. ThorZain coming out as a 2-0 victor. And as you can see, discussing a little bit about what happened there in the game. I'm going to have to interrupt him. Maybe. Hey guys. Nice to have you here. So, Socke, I saw you watching the replay there and shaking your head quite a few times. Tell us what went wrong.
First thing that went wrong is Terran got mules at orbital. Second thing is I added my extra gateways a bit too late. They were like gateway number 5, 6, 7 were just ready when he already attacked. And also my +1 just finished when his attack came. And also I think not every zealot had the Guardian Shield. So there were some things I could have done better to hold that. Maybe even stall for one force field, like 2 force fields to stall first. Yeah, and first game I was just taken completely off guard by his Hellion Marine push.
So I'm not translating the first half or the first part. W drugiej mapie był zaskoczony szybkim atakiem ThorZaina.
It's okay.
I just translated the last bit. I'm really tired by now.
It's been a long day for everyone. But it's not over yet, so get some energy drink down you. Anyway, Socke, you're moving on now down to the consolation bracket. You're going to be taking on Thorzain, obviously a big fan favorite here. Does it scare you a little bit to take on Thorzain in front of his home crowd?
Not really. Thorzain and I have played quite some matches, also important ones. I know he's a good player, but the crowd doesn't really matter in the game, and I think TVP is also one of his strongest matchups, maybe his strongest. But yeah, I hope I can do better than against Thorzain.
Także zapytany o mecz z Thorzainem powiedział, że grał wielokrotnie z Thorzainem, zna jego styl. Uważa, że publiczność dla niego nie robi różnicy, dlatego że nie słyszy, tak zakładam. No i mówi, że zakłada, że poradzi sobie troszeczkę lepiej niż z ThorZainem.
Well, Socke, good luck in your next game against Thorzain. Let's hear it for Socke, everyone. So, ThorZain, you said TVP was your strongest matchup. Tell us, well, obviously it went really well for you, 2-0, but what was the main points in that game that you really felt comfortable with and thought you had the win?
Well, both games were, I think the moment that happened was like in a second. Like when I killed a lot of probes, I knew in the first game, I knew I would win that game, and I got up to his base so I could kill like 10 more. And I was pretty sure that he would be taken completely off guard by my strat, which he said he was. So that worked out. And the second game, well, when I was able to chase away the sentry from the ramp so he couldn't keep force fielding, that's when I felt that now I'm at least not completely dead.
Thank you for the super long tactical explanation. How do you expect me to translate that, ThorZain? Także może ja, nawiązując do poprzedniej wypowiedzi Socke, Naniwa był pewny, że Socke byłby zaskoczony tym atakiem na pierwszej mapie. Więcej naprawdę nie jestem w stanie przetłumaczyć.
So, the next game that we're going to be showing here on stage will be a match between Naniwa and Rhett. Obviously the winner will be your next opponent. What are your thoughts on the game before we move over to it?
I think they will be really close. Rhett seems to be pretty strong at the moment. And both players might be jet-lagged, but they're so used to it, so I don't think it will affect them very much. But I think Naniwa will edge out.
Także jeśli chodzi o przewidywania na kolejny półfinał, uważa, że obaj gracze po powrocie z Ameryki mają tutaj kłopot z adaptacją, więc będą obaj zmęczeni, ale uważa, że troszeczkę mimo wszystko spodziewa się, że mecz wygra jego krajan, czyli Naniwa.
ThorZain, congratulations and good luck in your next game. Let's hear it for ThorZain. So, Carmack, the road to